Oh, look, the Investec Rugby Championship is a tough series. I mean, you know, Australia aside on the improve, there's no doubt about that. We saw that against France. You know, they were pretty impressive. And they're playing an exciting brand of footy, so you know they're not going to be easy, and they never are for us. South Africa, well, we got one over them last year, and that hurt them. But I've got no doubt that they will improve also. You know, they brought back some experienced players, and there's a reason for that, because they want to shore a few things up. So you know, we expect South Africa to do what they normally do, just be aggressive and physical and get in our face and you know not make many errors. And Argentina, well, they're only going to get better the more they're exposed to this level of rugby. So we've got no doubt they'll improve also. It doesn't matter whether you're a 120-odd Test veteran like Richie McCaw or you're a newbie like Malachi Fekitoa. You know, they're all always excited to be back in black. But you know, each year that this sort of coaching and selection group has picked an All Black squad, you know, we've always introduced some new players, and not quite as many this year, but over the last 2 years we've introduced quite a few, and getting that to blend with experienced guys, so the balance is right, because experience at international level is critical, and for young guys to learn off the experienced guys as well. So you know, we're just sort of quietly building. There's a big tournament in a year's time, and that's sort of at the back of our mind, but it is at the back of our mind because we've got to deal with the here and now and succeed now while we're sort of planning for the future as well. And you know, I'd like to think we've done that pretty well in the last 2 and a bit years, and you know, this squad that we've announced is sort of as a reflection on trying to deal with the here and now, but also just making sure we're quietly building for the future as well. For Richie, he's the sort of guy that can almost play no footy and be straight up to Test standard immediately. He's a remarkable man in that regard, and very few, if anyone other than him, I've really seen can do that. And you know, he's had his injury problems this year, but so he hasn't had the game time the Crusaders that he would have liked. But from our point of view, he'll be very fresh. So a fresh Richie McCaw's a good guy to have around, I can assure you of that. And you know, Daniel's had his break and had a few things sorted out from getting his body right, and he's in the best shape physically he's been in for 2 years, and mentally he's really fresh and excited too. And we've been really encouraged by what we've seen with the Crusaders. With him playing second 5'8" was great as far as we're concerned. It gets him right back into the physical side of the game, and he just showed, you know, what a quality player he is. I mean, he hadn't played a lot of footy either. Did a stint at club rugby, and he made a difference to the Crusaders straight away, and he's helped them to get where they've got to. So you know, we're excited to have him back. I mean, he's a world-class performer, and as they say, you know, form is temporary but class is permanent, and Dan is class. Charles Piatow, who we introduced last year, who did particularly well for us. You know, he got injured against the Chiefs in New Plymouth prior to the Steinlager Series squad being announced, so that took him out of contention for that, unfortunately, but he's back amongst us now, and you know, he's a quality player, Charles, a good young man, and you know, he's got a bit of versatility which is helpful, and he's got this incredible desire to learn and this infectious enthusiasm, so it's good to have him back. We've had Jerome Kano come back from his stint in Japan and played particularly well all season, and was colossal for us too during the Steinlager Series. So, look, I just mentioned before that, you know, the blend of experience, which is critical international level, and the young talent coming through to keep that excitement up. You know, it sort of keeps the older guys on their toes a little bit too. It's a bit infectious, it sort of feeds through the environment, and the young guys understand then from learning from the old guys what it takes to prepare to perform consistently well at international level. So yeah, I mean it is what it is, and I think the formula we've got has been working pretty well for us.